It's going. You got the link to the movie, right? I don't remember if I
Yes.
sent that. All
Yes.
right.
All
All
right. All
right.
right. We're live.
We are
Yeah.
live. We
What's
are
up,
live.
everyone?
Hello, and I know people aren't here yet, but we're still gonna
Yes.
say hello because I know
Yes.
the lurkers. The
Yes.
lurkers come on in. And
Welcome to the lagoon.
yes,
Ah,
today
ah, ah.
we have some cool crap going on. Okay, we got film students piling
All
in.
right, film students.
We've got Tom and the gang
What's
here.
up, Tom and the gang? What's up,
They're,
everyone?
they're saying the Gorgon with the metal hands
Yeah.
over here. Let me see
It's
if
hammer time. Do. Can't touch this.
Rebecca and Josh said they are on a road trip, so they
Oh,
will tune in when they can.
that's fair.
So happy birthday to happy early birthday to Josh
Yeah,
for.
happy early birthday, Josh.
I'm not sure why. I'm not sure. I don't know if. I'm just making sure everything's going good where people can see us real quick because it was glitching out on me earlier. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yep.
check.
Yeah, it looks like we're live. We're just gonna have to deal with the slow piling in.
That's cool. And if
Uh,
not, there's always reruns, everyone.
Yeah, we're still gonna. The show will go on anyway because you
Yeah.
guys.
The
We got
show
secret
must
message
go
chat
on.
here. We got secret message chat here, and we got freaking Tom and the gang. So we're not gonna turn it off just because everybody else isn't here. But it has been acting wonky today. So if you are watching the replay on YouTube or Twitch, please let me know with hashtag replay because this has been really weird today. Let me check.
Yes.
Let me check YouTube today. Make sure it's live over there. I know it says we are on our end right here, but
Yeah. I think it's yeah. Sure does. Let me make sure on my Twitch it's
so,
saying because I don't want to have that whole like whatever happened the other day where it was saying I was streaming Batman. It's like, no, I'm not.
yes. Okay, we are live on YouTube as well. So again, guys, if you
Yes.
do watch the replay, let us know. This has been wonky and the algorithm has been weird for the Gorgon. Even though I have the proper hashtags there, for some reason, this movie gets buried a lot.
Yeah. Which is why we're showing it because it's awesome. And I hope
Yes.
everybody who will watch this and tune in enjoys it because it's
Yes.
a hidden gem for sure.
And I will always keep the movie linked in the pinned chat. So if you are watching the rerun and you want to you want to tune in and watch along with our commentary, you absolutely can. So
Yes. Highly recommend doing that because it's a great film. You won't be disappointed.
and this one is also found on Internet Archive, which is a great source if you're searching for movies for your film students there, guys, if you didn't know
Yes.
already. They do have some pretty good quality stuff, except for that one movie with the commercials that we had that one
Oh
time.
yeah,
That
the
was
Curse
kind of
of
weird.
Frankenstein. Yeah,
That was kind of
that was
weird.
kind of weird. I feel like that kind of ruined the vibe of that film, honestly, but it was still kind of fun in a way.
I think so too, but I also think it was nice because now the film
I
students
charm.
understand the weird ass commercials and the horror hosts and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
you know what? Either way, win-win.
it
We
is a
got it.
win-win.
We got it. Roll with the punches. What's really weird is with that one is I checked the footage of that before I linked it, and it wasn't
Yeah.
like that. So I don't know if the uploader like
Ooh,
switched it
switched
out.
it out, probably. Yeah.
So that's what threw me off that night because I was like, "What? Like,
Yeah,
what's going on?"
for sure.
Okay, so we got filmed. The one of the secret message chat. They're asking. You mentioned last night, Gills, that this is your favorite out of the two between
Yes.
yesterday's and this one. What is something we have to pay attention to within this film as we watch with you tonight?
Ooh, okay. Good question. Well, I really like stop motion. I don't want to like spoil too much of the plot already, but obviously there's a Gorgon in it. I know that's a big spoiler,
Yeah.
but I love the stock motion, and I think this is a Terrence Fisher film. Although it's not Jack Asher directing, you still kind of get the same kind of lighting, individual lighting and the different color palettes, and pay very close attention to. Let me 100% get the character's name here. Oh goodness, I think it's Barbara Shelley. Yes, her performance is very riveting. So I hope you all enjoy it.
And this is another one before we begin. They said, you said yesterday this is the one that you would like to
Yes.
remake and bring to life. They look forward to watching this one and hearing your thoughts afterwards about your remake.
Yes. Okay. All right. I will definitely discuss that after we watch it because
Yes.
if I go into it, it'll just ruin the whole movie automatically. So.
Exactly. We don't want to do that.
Yeah.
However, because this is on Internet Archive, guys, please check your volume before we do the countdown.
Oh yeah.
Because I already did that before we went live because it was woohoo crazy in the headphones. So if you're wearing headphones, definitely do that. If you're not wearing headphones, it wouldn't really matter because it's not going to be right in your ear. But I will give you guys a couple seconds to do that before we do the countdown here. Everybody asking about Rez. She is working on it, my friends. She keeps saying she feels bad for missing and all this stuff. She'll be here when she can. So please have patience because she has a lot of great stuff coming and dealing with getting a new job and, learning a different sleep schedule. That takes a toll. So
yes,
she will be back. She will be back on Saturdays, and she's anxious because she's so sad she's missing out on these films.
Yes, because they're awesome, and I would love to hear her, especially in this one, the clothing.
I know we kind of missed that. So,
also, before we start too, I like the set design as well for the art film students to pay attention to that as well. It's just really awesome. And there's a lot of really cool transitional shots as well. And get excited because Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing are the power duo of this. So you will get to see them once more.
Yes, and everybody knows that Tom and the gang love the Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing Riz. So
yes, it's so awesome.
We're going to do this. We got so many good things, good films coming. I'm still giving them a little bit. Somebody asked for a little bit more time to check the volume, so I'm just gonna say this now.
Yeah.
Kind reminder that all the live streams planned until July are now up on the channel, so you can hit the notify me button for ones you want to tune into. Ones that we can screen share because of public domain, we will. Others we'll have to do this way, and I'm glad you guys are supportive of that. It's just, we don't want to get taken down and get our channel gone and all that stuff. So thank you for noticing. Okay, everybody says they're ready.
All right, we're all ready. Okay. Yep. Well, let us begin this 1964 masterpiece, otherwise known as The Gorgon. And 3, 2, 1. The Gorgon! All right.
There we go. I'm so glad I adjusted the volume before, man.
Same.
Because that was loud last night. I was like, whoa!
Yes. So this is a Terence Fisher film, like I said earlier. The screenplay is by John Gilling and Anthony Nelson Keyes. It stars Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, as we see on the title card here.
Yeah.
The cinematography is done by Michael Reed, and it was distributed by British Lion Columbia Distributors. And this was released on October 18th, 1964. The budget was £150,000. So enjoy.
Someone's saying the cards here remind them of the Scooby-Doo paintings.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I can see that.
So this Gorgon was based on a story submitted to Hammer by their Canadian fan J. Llewellyn Devine. I probably totally butchered that middle name, but it's okay. But director John Gilling and producer Anthony Nelson Keyes expanded on the outline of this story, developing it into a full-on screenplay. And for the role of the monster, former ballerina Prudence Hyman was recruited because the monster was supposed to float gracefully like a wraith. And this was also filmed at Bray Studios in Berkshire.
Everyone's like, oh, Star Wars style credits in the beginning.
Yes, yeah. In a galaxy long time ago.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's cool. So, like I said, this came out October 18th, 1964, and it was a double feature with The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. and it was released in the United States by Columbia Pictures on February 17, 1965, where it was also supported by The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. So if you went to go see this in theaters back in the day, you got the double feature combo.
Comment was just made. Hey, he's painting her like one of his French girls.
Yeah, that's right.
What an opening scene, my friends.
Yes.
And she's like, fine then, I'll cover up.
Yeah. Yes, tell me all your secrets.
Lady, calm down. He's like, I'm just trying to make art here. Like,
Yeah, like please, like just I need to draw you more. Get back into position. If I'm not mistaken, you know, when this originally came out, it was met with more or less positive reception. Although, of course, you know, it is a B movie, so you know it did kind of get some negative
yeah.
outlooks as well. But Variety, I'll just read the quote here, said that though written and directed on a leisurely note, The Gorgon is a well-made, direct yarn that mainly gets its thrills through atmosphere. The period storyline is simple and predictable, but John Gilling has turned out a well-rounded piece, and Terence Fisher's direction is restrained enough to avoid any unintentional yawks. I have to agree; it's a very good film. This one is very more kind of atmospheric horror, so definitely pay attention to like there's storytelling within the atmosphere. I would say
Yes.
more so than in the previous Hammers that we have watched.
Somebody asked, is there another creepy guy in the bushes like last night?
Yes, kind of.
That guy's gonna live rent free in your head forever.
Yeah,
guys.
it's so true. It's just you're gonna be like, I feel someone watching me. You're gonna look at the corner of your window and see him just standing there staring at you in the rain. But I love the score. I think the music in this is perfect.
Yeah, I was just about to comment on the music because that's something that's overlooked in modern film.
Yes.
If you notice, like a lot of the modern movies, they don't really take time to figure out a score or anything.
Yeah.
They use the same like generic beats.
Yeah.
With the studios, and I feel like sometimes that takes away and ruins the atmosphere of a movie. Like there was one movie, I forget which one it was, but it was one movie that my husband and I watched, and it was a really good story, and it was like really thrilling, but the music threw off some of the scenes because it just didn't fit what was going on. And I think that does a disservice to the watchers, you know, because you're pulling them out of the story.
Yeah. Yeah, the music in this film is done by James Bernard, and definitely if I were to remake this, I would definitely try to keep the original score. Maybe enhance it a little bit, but I would definitely keep the same kind of tone of it.
Yes, here's the modest lady who's like, why are you doing your lab work? I made bread. Go eat.
Barbara Shelley. If you'll recall, she was in Prince of Darkness, the Dracula.
Yes.
And of course, we have Peter Cushing here. He needs no introduction.
Yeah, that's like his natural state.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, hey, you have to be in a lab. He's like, say no more. I'm here.
All of his medical equipment, too. He's still like, man, I feel like Frankenstein. I mean, I'm Dr. Namaroff.
Yes. It's so interesting to watch how he ages throughout these films, too.
Yes. But look at that beard stash he's rocking.
Yeah. Almost didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the hairline. He seems so much calmer in this role, too, versus Frankenstein. So it's kind of a contrast, which is nice.
Yeah, what's so cool about Peter Cushing is like I've always believed he is whatever character he is portraying.
Yes, him and Christopher Lee were very good at that, and Vincent Price as well.
Yes,
they were all very good at actually taking acting to that level. And Bella Lugosi, of course.
Oh yes, Bela Lugosi's a master.
I can't wait to do Bella Lugosi month.
I
Guys.
can't either. I watched the original Dracula before I hopped on here, and I was just I love that movie. It's so good.
My
But yes.
doppelganger is one of the brides, so
Yeah.
it's weird to watch that movie.
Yeah.
My grandma pointed it out years ago, and I was like, "Oh, I can't unsee it."
Oh dear.
That was me this
She's
morning.
hysterical.
That was me this morning when I found out I had no brownies left, and I
Oh,
was
goodness.
craving them for the baby. I just blame the baby at this point.
Oh goodness. I think that's oh golly, I can't remember her name. Well, let me look it up. Hang on. Oh cool, it's not coming up. Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Love
okay.
technology
It'll be
today.
a mystery, yeah. But yes, this oh god, this is so cool. He's a stone. What happened?
Yeah, he's like, what the hell?
I'll have to say that the whole Greek myth of all of this fits very well on a gothic scenery.
It really does.
Really does, yeah.
Absolutely. Those dogs look like they're having the time of their life.
Yeah,
they're
I
like,
know.
yeah, sure, we're in a movie, huh? Yeah.
Like, get all the treats. If we be good boys, we're gonna get all the snacks.
Someone says, are they gonna break into each other's homes like last night?
No.
No, this is definitely more story driven, guys. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, this one.
Last night.
That one's a little more goofier compared to this one.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, the reptile is amazing. Don't get me wrong, but compared to the Gorgon, yeah, this one is definitely
more written and more time. It seems like more time spent on it as well.
Yeah. It's also I wouldn't necessarily say this one's too much of a slow burn either. It just kind of starts off with a bang, in my opinion.
There's our painter.
Yeah. All right. I believe that's Patrick Thornton as Inspector Canoff. Oh, and earlier, I'm sorry, Chad. Earlier, I meant to say Prudence Hyman to pay attention to, not Barbara Shelley. That's my fault.
That guy's mustache is intense.
Yeah, it really was.
Like, what is going on? Oh, she looks like a bird in this one.
Yeah. A Birds of Paradise. I like this one because it's kind of like a mystery in a fun way.
Yeah. And we get to kind of know the story behind the madness. Like last night's was kind of like, here's this couple. They're going to a cabin. Oh yeah, there's a reptile girl next door.
Yeah, next door, and everybody just walks into each other's houses
and threatens the pub. Like, but I'm kind of glad we showed that before this one.
Oh yeah,
so we could show the contrast in like, yes, Hammer does have like silly B-ish movies.
Oh yeah,
and although this is a B movie too, this is like more in depth written and
it's a higher class B movie. All right.
Yes, there are different classes, you guys. So don't sleep on B movies. I got some Facebook messages from people that usually chime in and stuff. And
you didn't. Yeah, we're having trouble with the algorithm, Nolan. Thank you for joining. It's not sending notifications that we are live. We are live, though, obviously, but YouTube's been weird about this movie. They don't want people to know it because it's so awesome.
It's very weird. It's absolutely weird. It is so weird to even try to make algorithm tags for it because there was barely any.
I'd have to say, out of all the like the Hammer, and I know I said this last night and already in stream, but it is a hidden gem. It really is.
The hidden gem is the gray hair makeup they have done on this
Yes.
man.
Yes, it's definitely not spray painted on or anything.
No, totally not. It's all right, Nolan. It happens. It was acting weird today for me all day too. Like
Yeah.
some notifications that I have on automatically, they were turned off, so I had to re-put them on. So it was very weird. So thanks for popping up, Bo.
Man, all the mustaches are on point in this film.
They did take time, whether they are real on some people and hair makeup on others. They did make it less obvious this time than last night.
Yeah, for sure. If I did get the ability to remake this, I would. All the mustaches would remain. Don't worry.
They would have to be like copy pasted.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
Nolan.
Paul,
I noticed that because like I had notifications on for Gilboy's channel here, and like when I went to go look for his stuff, I had to re-turn on my notifications. So I don't know if like something
Yeah.
weird is going on with YouTube today. Like, and I've
I
seen some
think so.
others having issues. So you know, the show must go on though, because there's always a replay.
Exactly. Normally, I get notifications when people like or comment on my videos, and I didn't really receive some of those today.
Yeah.
So that was disappointing. But I did manually go in and respond. So
It could just, like I said, it could just be YouTube's having an off day. It happens. No, we were not really late.
No.
We've been here. It's okay though.
Been chilling.
Sometimes when YouTube goes through stuff like updates or something, everything gets wonky. So, you know, that's why replays are available.
Yep.
Show must continue. We know you guys support us and all that stuff, so no hard feelings.
But see that fade in right there to this other scene. I really like that. I think that's so cool.
It was very smooth.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, if I were to redo this, I would honestly kind of keep that fade into this. I would want some of the like shots to be kind of replicated, but I would also want to do my own thing too. But just to respect some of the Hammer vibes, because it's like you could definitely tell when you're watching a Hammer movie by the cuts and the fades in and outs and the lightings.
Nolan, that escalated quickly, dude.
No, yeah. No, we're not dead, brother. We're here.
That escalated quickly. Paige is off spending time with his wife tonight.
Yeah.
And
date night with the wife.
And Rez is still getting used to her new schedule, so it's just us tonight with the Gorgon.
Yeah, chilling with the Gorgon.
That just sounds like a weird band name.
Yeah,
chilling
it does.
with the Gorgon.
Yeah.
Maybe like a punk genre.
Yeah, horror punk band.
You have some of the film students notating when these transitions happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the transitions in this film are really awesome. I really like. I think Terrence Fisher is a great director, so I think he can really. I feel like if he didn't direct this, it wouldn't be of the same quality that it is. I mean, I think it still would have been a good film, but I feel like he's got a very I guess mathematical focusing on how he wants things to be.
Yeah, he's very intricate with what he does and intentional. He's like an intentional director, not just let's make this movie. Yes, Nolan, we totally would have texted you if we died. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Because that's how it works.
Yes. I would definitely show up at your house as a ghost, and
you would have gotten a notification like on The Sims when they died.
Yeah.
The Grim Reaper would have just popped up and was like, "Hey, you want to plead for their life or not?" And you're probably like, "No, I got to go get some Faygo and watch Transformers right now." So.
Oh goodness.
Everyone's like hashtag calm Cushing in this one.
Yeah. No, he really is. He's really chilling this, like severely.
And I'm loving that. I'm loving that we're showing the contrast of this actor, because they're used to seeing him be psychotic, and now he's more reserved, and he, you got to check him out on everything he does, to be honest.
That's kind of why I was glad that we position these right in between midway to the Frankensteins because it's such a good contrast, and you get to see what a great actor he is.
Yes. It was
Because
just
when we do return to Frankenstein, that's when he like the next Frankenstein film we will show. He is just pure evil in that film. Like he is.
oh yeah.
Oh God, he's a monster. Like even more so than what we've already seen in the Frankensteins.
Okay, Nolan, I'll remember that. You'll pay Twister with the Grim Reaper to get us back. Cool beans, bro.
Okay.
Thanks for having our back, bro.
Yeah, thanks, Nolan.
42 Fagos for you.
Yeah. But I just think it's cool how they think that the painter dude is or the guy is the murderer here. Excuse me. Painter dude's dead.
And it's weird him having the soft facial features in this
Yeah.
one too. Like he knew how to soften his face for this.
Yeah. And
for this
he
role.
just seems like he's very kind. Too.
Yeah.
It's like interesting. Because in Frankenstein he's like intimidating.
In Frankenstein, you're kind of like, dude, where's your meds? Like,
Yeah.
But that's the whole point of the character.
Oh wow. You talk
Holy
about
arson.
that day. I like how he's getting the broom.
Yeah.
Oh, the broom's on fire, sir. Oh.
Soap opera slap.
Dang, bro, he's got a broom. Watch out. Oh. Wow, that's disappointing. I thought he was going to kick all their asses with the broom.
I like how
Yeah.
they're like, nothing to see here because the police are here.
Yeah. They just committed assault.
I tried to like burn down my house, but we're fine.
You got Joseph O'Connor, who's an Irish actor and playwright playing the coroner. And I believe that is Alistair. No, that's not Alistair Williamson, is it? No, that is Michael. Excuse me, Patrick Thornton, I believe. Yes, that is Inspector Cunoff.
Somebody pointed out whenever there's the constables in the back, they always look like they're staring at the ground, not knowing what to do.
Yeah, they're
In
like,
every
well,
movie.
yeah. It's like their first time as an extra on set, so they're just
Yeah.
like, okay, just look at the ground. No, that's Janos Koss. It's played by Alistair Williamson. My fault. I'm getting everybody confused in this movie tonight, so I apologize, Chad, but
It's like, oh
We'll
yes,
get there.
This is a rock.
yes. And this is Richard Pascoe. I'm just kidding. This is Christopher Lee.
You can tell by the voice that it's Christopher Lee.
Yeah, but that is Richard Pascoe next to him, though. So that's pretty much our all-star cast for this film. Pretty much introduced to all of them.
That's probably why it was more well written as well.
Yes. Yeah, this is definitely a
Time
fun one.
check. We are at 20 minutes and 30 seconds, my friend.
Yes.
Welcome, welcome.
Let me see. I think Michael Reed did some other stuff, cinematography work. Yes, he did the Dracula Prince of Darkness. And he also did Rasputin the Mad Monk, which we will also show.
Yes.
In fact, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, because they shot Dracula Prince of Darkness and Rasputin the Mad Monk back to back. And they did the Gorgon, before they did the Prince of Darkness.
Yes. Let's see.
And he also, if you have the opportunity, and maybe we could show it in the future, but Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing did a couple of pirate films with Hammer before Hammer started doing the gothic horror thing. And Michael Reed worked the cinematography on The Devil Ship Pirates, which starred Christopher Lee and Don Sharp. So, cool little fun facts for you. But yeah, I love this hypnotic singing, like the siren's call.
because they didn't overdo it. A lot of times when they make sirens in movies now, it's like so overwhelming. I'm like, if I heard that, I would literally be like shooting at it.
Yeah, it's like this is like it's very calming. It's very
Which is what it's
beautiful.
supposed to do to lure you out.
Yeah, it's inviting. It's so well done.
It's not supposed to be like intimidating.
Yeah.
You can't lure sailors to their death by being like, "Come on, bitch."
Yeah. But just look at these sets. I mean, it's just, and I love how like claustrophobic the shots are here too.
Yes.
Like how it went from tight to kind of, a little more loose. It's awesome.
Someone says it's me singing in the shower.
Yeah. Well, you have a beautiful voice. Also, I love the cuts to the moon. It just feels like Universal kind of horror to me, which I really like.
Tom and the Gang says everybody's actually watching the movie at the bar today. They're watching the movie, so that's great.
One thing too is I feel like this film is very hypnotic in its own right.
Especially with the color schemes.
Yes, it's so beautiful. I mean, I know some may even say, and I would partially agree, like it's a masterpiece, so it would probably be best for it not to be remade. But I would like to remake it, and I would try to replicate as many shots as possible. But like I said, I would take some liberties here or there with my own style, of course.
I think it would work for somebody like you, though, who's passionate about these classic horror films anyway. Like, I feel like if it was just given to the mainstream, it would suck.
Yeah,
but like, if you actually have somebody, like, if you look at Rob Zombie, who, like, obviously when he makes his movies, it's because he actually loves the originals that he does.
Yeah.
So, like, if you actually have a love and a passion for it, I don't see nothing wrong with trying to pay homage, but also putting what you would think would be better.
Exactly.
I think that makes a difference in the quality, and that's why yesterday, after the movie, we were talking so much about independent films because it's definitely slept on, and I'm so glad you guys went over and gave those pages a like last night.
Yeah, that's so cool of you all. Thank you. But also, I just like the wind. I like how this incorporates like just nature too. It's like so creepy.
Yeah, it's very subtle with what's going on, yet also in your face, but also it wants you to pay attention as well. Like it wants you to play along with the mystery, like with the inspector here.
And it's so intense and creepy. And you could tell that this is like Dracula's castle, but like I said, like
your sound went out.
Rearrange it. Do what? I'm sorry?
Your sound went out for a minute there. Now
did it? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, so it's more or less Dracula's castle per se, just kind of rearranged, and so you can see. Oh, that's such a creepy shot. I'm sorry.
That is.
Oh my god.
Everybody be lurking.
Yeah. Ugh. Don't look at it. Oh, he's about to get stoned.
That's true, Nolan. Yeah. That's why a lot of older rock bands actually recorded in bathrooms.
Yeah. But anyways, to finish my original thought, you could see if you've got a talented crew, talented set designers, you could use the same set and just slightly rearrange it, and it's a completely different mansion, it's a different castle, what have you. So
yes.
I've always felt inspired after every Hammer film I've watched. It just makes me want to go out and make a movie.
Me too, because it pushes the creative aspects.
Yes.
There's several times, even with the haunts and stuff that I've done in the past, where we have reused stuff, because if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Exactly.
You just change the color schemes or something if you have to.
Yeah.
Now, the makeup on him right now is fantastic for the time. If you look how smooth it is and how it's believable that, oh, wow, he's slowly turning into stone.
Yes. And you see, like, if you could remake this, you could really increase the body horror, which is what I would do.
Yeah. Sure. But for this, though, this is a perfect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because it's beautiful. Showing even with less is more, this is again another prime example, and you'll hear me say that a lot, because a lot of times when people overdo the makeups, it doesn't sell it. This is like so perfect that he's slowly turning to stone, and he's trying to warn people, and
Mm-hmm.
you
And
still see.
his slowly moving too. It's so awesome. It's just like me every time I have to write a term paper. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, it's like,
All
in
right.
conclusion.
Yeah. In conclusion, dies.
Yeah, that was me during the New York State exams.
There's a lot of browns in this when you're around kind of more noble characters, which I've, if you kind of will
Yeah.
notice. Yes. Heart failure.
Yeah, heart failure that turns you to stone. Yeah,
Yes.
that sounds normal.
Yeah, it's totally. Well, he shouldn't have broken that mirror. 7 years of bad luck.
Yes. Having flashbacks to high school.
Yeah, I know. Say,
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Huh, sorry, pregnancy brain moment.
love it. So cool. You'd have to be like a deep nerd to know like who that character is in mythology.
Yeah.
He's like, well, you see my books here. I promise you, I'm not Baron Frankenstein. I'm
See, if I was Dr. Frankenstein, I'd probably believe you, but I'm
Yeah.
not, so I have to be, you know,
yeah.
in reality in this one.
Yes, I am Dr. Namaroff. I swear.
That's a weird lamp.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it is kind of weird not to even like pay attention. Like, of course, this guy's writing this letter,
Mm,
and then you're just like, no, it's just heart failure. Like, sir,
yeah,
it is your mom. Thank
it
you,
is.
Nolan.
Well, yes, thank you,
Thank you for the super chat.
Nolan. Oh goodness, I love you, Nolan. Don't ever change.
And now he's just gonna take a quiet stroll. Like, yes, this is all normal.
Yeah, but I've always wanted to like live in this, like not because there's like a scary Gorgon, because screw that, but
Yeah,
like just to go there to write or just chill for like a week would be really nice.
I feel like that would be a pleasant vacation.
It would. That's another thing that I like about this film is that there's a lot of beauty in it, and but in the beauty is the horror as well. So I think it's perfectly symbolic in a beautiful way. And y'all will see what I'm talking about as the plot progresses.
Nolan promises to never change.
But you can see like this is where Brides was probably shot, kind of like in the same kind of way. They just have like a pond there now.
I like how he was like, okay, I'm going to look at the leaves, and now I'm going back upstairs.
Yes. It's that penny for your thoughts.
That sounded very weird in my headphones.
Good. I'm glad. I was hoping it sounded weird.
Of course, there's this woman again. Like, I'm just gonna barge into your house.
Ew! Don't look at him like that. Yeah.
That doesn't mean let yourself in, girl.
I guess she's not so modest anymore.
No.
The seagulls. I like that phonograph in the background, though.
I do too. I miss when houses had character like this. Now it's all
Yes.
just like gray
Yeah.
and open
Yeah.
floor plan. Like screw that. Put up some walls and get some trinkets like a real person.
Yeah, this is saying earlier. You know, there's so much atmospheric storytelling in its own way in this film. I feel more so than any other Hammer film that I've seen. I guess there's atmospheric storytelling in Brides of Dracula as well, but I definitely feel like it's a lot more in this one.
One of the film students said they ended up watching Vampire Lovers and was totally thrown off.
Oh, yeah. See, we didn't show that one. You see why. We can on YouTube.
Yeah, even if we showed it like this, the subject matter would be a little.
Yeah, but it's a good film. Definitely check
it really
out.
is. Yeah, it's snarky too. If you really listen to the script, it's really snarky.
It's based off of Carmilla, 17, which was written in 1776. So it's really an iconic vampire tale.
Yeah,
but it is definitely spicy 9000.
Yeah, they said like I was embarrassed because my parents were sitting there watching it with me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's like watching. That's wow. I got secondhand embarrassment for you, my friend. Like,
I had to work one Halloween, and I was working in the kitchen, and we were like dead. So I like pulled out my phone, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put this movie on because why not? I'm in the mood for a spicy vampires story. And of course, as soon as we got to like halfway through, you know, when it starts getting real spicy,
yeah,
we got really busy, and a server came around. I was like, "Oh, what are you watching?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's a vampire movie." And they're like, "Oh yeah," and I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, you know, this evil vampire, and then like cuts and shows her like her her lady parts and stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh yeah, what's that?" I'm like, "Oh well, that's her powerful necklace." And they're like, "Yeah." It was so awkward. So yeah, definitely watch that movie by yourself
alone
with other people and while you're at work.
There's a lot of Hammer horror we cannot show because of the
they were rated X back then for a reason, and
yeah,
by today's standards you could argue they're slightly softcore, but
yeah, but back then that's like when the Schmeck's Revolution was happening.
Yes, yeah.
So you could start seeing that, especially if you watch a lot of other B movies from that time period in horror. They get totally wild with that.
Yeah.
So if you are watching any B horror movies from the 60s, please be advised to not watch it with your parents.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Like what, The Castle of the Creeping Flesh, like that movie.
Oh yeah.
You don't watch that with your parents.
But the Lovers, Vampire Lovers or whatever is the sequel. Well, Twins of Evil, which we will show, is like the prequel to that. And then there's a sequel to Vampire Lovers. So is another like vampire trilogy within Hammer. I highly encourage all the film students to watch all those on your own. We will show Twins of Evil because that one's not as spicy as the sequels.
It has the YouTube allowed spice.
Yes, it's spicy enough, but not as spicy as the other two. So definitely check those out. You'll like it, especially if you like vampires.
Yes,
because they are creepy but also sexy at the same time, which is what you would want a vampire to be.
Yeah, we are showing Twins of Evil on April 5th.
All right. So then after that, y'all could watch Vampire Lovers, and then I think it's called The Last Kiss of a Vampire, or something like that. I can't remember what the third one's called.
And yes, my friends, like I said in the previous one, we bring back the Strain on April 19th.
All right. That's going to be fun.
Oh, absolutely.
You should watch the new Nosferatu with her, Nolan. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Never watch anything spicy with my mom, but sometimes she's too open. Dude, yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you don't know Nosferatu. I remember when like everybody was saying, "Oh, we're gonna take our kids to see it because it's supposed to be spooky." I'm like, I don't think this is your
Yeah.
kids Nosferatu.
Yeah, that's show them the silent film, sure.
Yeah.
Maybe even the 90s one, but that's
Yes.
a little that one's still pretty dark.
Yeah, but it's not as
It's
dark
not
as
as
this one.
yeah. More psychosexual, I guess, is the term too. Yeah.
Yeah. At least it wouldn't be as obvious for kids to see. You know
Yes,
what I
that's
mean? Like
yeah,
this one,
for sure.
the new one is definitely in a more adult Nosferatu.
Yes. I discussed it in my review of it, but I love all the memes that have been birthed from it.
Oh,
It's so
absolutely.
much fun.
Especially the one where they say that he looks like Dr. Robotnik at the end.
Yes, oh my god.
I die.
Yeah, they're like it's the same character. Oh, that's such a cool shot. I would definitely keep this scene.
Love the
100%.
reflections.
Yes. So awesome.
What a wonderful use of reflections in this movie.
And I like because this is like, let's be honest, it is a creature film,
It is.
but it's done in such a way where it's not like a cheesy creature film, you know? Like
Correct.
it's so awesome.
He just needs to get himself some cheap sunglasses.
And then all the stop motion for the snakes, it's amazing.
Yeah, they couldn't get the reptile chick to come back and be the snake for this one.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm so done with that makeup.
And you know, I have to say, I really feel that stop motion just like it feels otherworldly.
It
Like when you
does.
look at it, like it just feels so alien, which I feel like fits a Gorgon because they're so mythological and
Mhm.
creepy.
Yes. But also when it's done well, mixed with actual footage,
Yeah.
it's just a beautiful masterpiece
Yeah.
of the creative world, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
This guy has like really good eyes to play somebody sick.
Yeah.
Because even when he's supposed to be healthy, he looks sick. So like they're like, we need a guy with droopy eyes.
He's like, I need a tighter doctor's coat, please.
He
I
just
wanted
happened
to
to be
show off my
like,
muscles.
he's like, oh yes, I'm gonna stand in this hallway until somebody needs me.
Yeah. Just like any good doctor would.
There's the crazy lady. Oh my gosh, Nolan. Autistic people like Sonic. It's not a stereotype, it's a fact. I've seen it. Yeah, I witnessed that too. All my friends love Sonic. And I'm like, okay, man. Do your thing. It's
I
true
remember
though.
playing the old school games on the Sega Genesis or whatever. That was a lot of fun.
I could never play those because they made me
Dizzy or whatever.
sickness.
Oh, you got motion sickness from
Yes.
them? Oh man.
The downside to having blue eyes is you have to like that's why like a lot of modern games are too fast for me to play, but like I can watch you like play
it?
it's fine.
Yeah.
But like if I play it sends me to
That
motion
sucks.
sickness.
Because I can see how Sonic could definitely cause.
Yeah.
Because you got to go fast, but
Yeah, that's why I kind of just stick to like the slower games, like the older Tomb Raiders and stuff like that, and We Happy Few. And yes, guys, I know you guys have been asking me to stream games. I'm trying, man. I'm also
yes, you should. I would totally watch you play Tomb Raider. It'd be so much fun.
Oh, there is reasons behind it. That's cool. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
There is for Godzilla as well, if I'm not mistaken. But just because you like Godzilla passionately doesn't auto default mean you have autism.
Exactly.
Same thing with Sonic, but like Nolan says, there is some truth to that.
That's cool. I didn't know that. He's like, I remember nothing.
I remember seeing a beautiful woman that then turned into snacks and her hair turned into snacks.
And a guy in the bushes.
And her voice sounded really awesome, but it was scary. Now I have confused feelings. Help me. That'd be my rewritten lines right there. No, I'm just kidding.
I like how he's like, I'll check on you on a day or two. And he's like, what? I'm not going to live that long. Yeah, you could send it to me, Nola. That's cool. I like to learn things, so. He's like, look at yourself, look at your eyebrows. You're so serious with that mirror.
Yeah. I just, the only thing that I would have a hard time with is I would not know really who to cast to play Peter Cushing's part because
You would just have to like do the hologram, like we said last night.
yeah, I just like I would want somebody that would have this same like presence that he has.
Yeah.
But I don't know who. I can't think of anybody.
I can't think of a modern person at all, honestly.
I mean, maybe I know he's retired. Maybe Daniel Day-Lewis, but I think he's done with film. So
Yeah.
and he's so method acting, which I think is cool. But I'm not sure how irritating that would be.
They
to work
really enjoy the Cinderella colors in these fucking movies, man. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, so I did get her confused with the character I wanted you to pay attention to, but I'm glad I did tell the art students to pay attention to her because I feel like in a weird way she's creepy.
she is. She absolutely is. Like her facial expressions and how she
Yeah.
appears out of nowhere. Like
Something unsubtle about it. You know what I mean?
it's kind of like she's like they have her in like the innocent garb,
Yeah.
but there's definitely weird intentions with her.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
Ew.
He's like, so what? You're like screwing my nurse? Like,
Yeah.
bro, keep it out of my office. This is a place of professionalism.
He's like, she's got everything I need. Some pills in a little box. It's just like a nurse with all the other guys. Sir, stop singing A Perfect Circle and tell me what's going on. He's like, she was hot. I'm gonna go back. I like women that have snakes for hair.
Yeah, and I love almost getting like stoned to death.
Yeah,
No pun intended.
yeah. You almost got me stoned, dude. I gotta go back. Yeah, he's like, get out of my office. How dare you come in here singing A Perfect Circle to me?
Someone said that we should on our channels we should mute movies and do the do it like we're doing the lip reading or whatever. I would be down for that.
I would be down for it too. I love to mystery science things. Yeah, I did that a lot in. And I know somebody asked, do I have any like footage or anything of film school stuff? I did have a lot of mystery science kind of 3000 stuff I did with like the silent films like Phantom of the Opera and stuff, but I've lost it and I'm so angry because it was really awesome and I wish I would have saved it so I could have posted on my channel. But if I ever find I could try to find some people that might still have it. Even I might even have to contact my professor. But I did do a 48-hour short film, and if I could find that, I'll definitely post it on the channel, or maybe we can watch it on the stream.
Yeah, we should.
If I can get a hold of it. So
yeah,
no promises, but I'll do everything in my power to get that.
Yeah, Nolan. I've been getting emails. A lot of people are having trouble typing into the chat tonight, so it has to be something on YouTube's end, I think, tonight. So it's all right. As long as they can still lurk, I'm happy.
Yeah, I have to say my own experiences today. YouTube's been kind of weird. I wonder if they're having like some kind of outage or something.
That, or if they do some weird updates or something, it goes wonky. I don't take it personally. So
yeah, it just sucks that it's happening to this movie because I was like really wanting to like hyper promote this one.
Plus, again, this movie's like very hard to even promote.
Yeah, I was gonna say too. Let me go ahead because I wish I could have more fun facts for this film.
Oh, nice, Nolan.
But there's not too much. Like I said, this is kind of a.
It's kind of like here. I'm here. That's it.
So the Gorgon was released in the U.S. on Blu-ray by Mill Creek Entertainment in March of 2018 as a double feature along with the Hammer movie, The Two Faces of Dr. Jekyll. But the title of the film is misspelled as the Gorgan with an A instead of an O on the spine. So that's the version I have. But in the United Kingdom, the Gorgon was released as a part of a Region A, B, and C Blu-ray box set of Hammer Volume 1, Fear Warning. And the set, which was only limited to 6,000 units, also included Hammer's Maniac, Curse of the Mummy's Tomb, and Fanatic, which is basically Die Die My Darling, which we will also show that one too.
Yes, I was excited that was on the list.
Yes, that's one of my faves. But anyways, I'll be quiet now so we can be mesmerized by this glorious performance here by Prudence. And by Prudence, I mean Barbara Shelley.
Oh, probably Nolan.
She's so creepy, man. Why you got that creepy hood and stuff?
Why is she also randomly appearing like this?
Mhm.
Like, people want to know, you crazy lady, what are you doing?
Yeah, if you get a copy of that, man, that'd be sick. I just saw your chats there.
Yeah, see, remember last night the chat was laggy too, so I'm wondering if that's
Yeah.
what the weird crap was starting last night.
Yeah, it's possible.
Several people on my Facebook said they'll just watch the replay tomorrow. That's fine, but
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I forgot all about the Sega Genesis.
Not me, because I have PTSD from playing the Jurassic Park game. That thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine giving that to a modern gamer?
Oh yeah. I mean, I rage out playing it. I can't imagine a modern one.
That's what I'm saying.
Leaving, you know.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know anything. I'm just trying to hang out everywhere. Nice, Nolan.
You could say he's a brainiac, right? Hey. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Oh, he's like super in love with her.
Yeah, all she did was say, hey, I'll give you answers. And then all of a sudden, he's just like, you're going to be my wife now because you got me answers.
He's like, I saw how you touched me when I was in bed.
Yeah.
You love me.
Nice, Nolan. Jurassic Park collection.
Again, I love the transitional shots to the moon. I feel like those are kind of missing in modern movies. It was even missing in the modern Wolfman movie, but I don't want
Which
to
was crazy as hell
know.
because that's freaking the whole werewolf thing is the moon.
And even if they're trying to be like, well, it's a virus, bro, you could still show that iconic moonshot. I mean, come on, dude. Like, oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna have a really angry review of that coming out, I think, next Friday.
Like shit, even in the Strain, they focused on the moon too, and it's not a normal vampire. It's like she would run away with me. I don't know what to do. My hair's getting grayer.
I told her I loved her and she ran away from me. What do I do, Peter? I mean, Dr. Namaroff. All right, Christopher Lee.
He's here to handle business.
Look at him, straight pimp. And again, the brown on characters.
He looks like he's from the Wild West. It's really messing with me.
Yeah.
Everybody's hair is getting grayer throughout this movie. You notice that?
Yeah.
Sorry for yawning, guys. It's like where I feel like down, but then my energy is gonna come back. I accidentally napped too late today, so my body's done now.
Count Dooku. Oh, Mercy, I gotta find this thing I saw on Instagram. It was so funny. I was gonna send it to you, but I accidentally hit the scroll up button and I lost it.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yeah. But it was and I'm surprised that I haven't done something similar, but it was like a guy trying to talk about Hammer horror. And he's like, all modern horror is responsible for Count Dooku, and he like starts talking all about Star Wars and ties it all the way back to Christopher Lee being It's so hilarious, like, so dumb. And I was like, oh, I gotta send that to you, and then I lost it. I'm like, no.
It shall come again.
And that the video ends with him like, and if you don't agree with me, you're just wrong. And it's like, okay, bro, I'm sure a movie of Star Wars that hadn't even existed yet did not inspire.
Yeah, right.
No,
it's like, wait, he was called Count Dooku because he was also
yeah, starting to figure it out, Nolan. Yeah,
he's put the puzzle pieces together. Unlike Peter Cushing in this movie today.
Yeah. She's like, I like how she's slowly taking off pieces of her clothing one by one as the film progresses. Too.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's like,
That's why I was saying, like, you got to pay attention to her too.
Yeah, she's like that like,
weird
suppressed housewife or something.
Yeah,
like what's going on here?
She's like, why don't you pay attention to me? Look how much neck I'm showing you.
He's like, I saw you touch his hand or him touch your hand or whatever. You guys are just handsy. And I'm dedicated to my work. Can't you see that?
I like how he's like, I don't need gloves to handle.
Yeah. He's like, shit, I've been Frankenstein in a past life. I don't need to mess with this.
Somebody's going to be like, well, actually, they didn't have gloves back then. We're going to get bombarded like years later.
Probably.
It's almost like he's constant ASMR. He's just so calm. He's
just
like, everyone just needs to be relaxed when.
But he's like a positive ASMR, not that weird creepy ASMR where they're whispering at you and like clicking things and then freaking eating pickles in the microphone. Like, stop it. I remember I fell asleep to the TV once. I think it was like Pluto TV. And I fell asleep to the movie channel. I don't recommend that because you'll wake up to people doing ASMR. And I woke up to some lady chewing bubble gum and going, I really like vodka in the microphone. And I was like, what is going on?
He's like blowing bubbles really loud. It's like,
yeah, I was like, what is going on? Like, it is too early for this. And it felt like it was like right in my ear, so that made it even worse.
Yeah, I'm sure, that's one thing that I wish would have happened before he died is if they would have given him like a solo Count Dooku film. I think that would have been really awesome because that was a cool character. It's basically like Dracula-esque without him being a vampire. But I guess what I'm saying is he had that kind of Dracula presence as that character, as a Sith or whatever. It was so awesome. I wish we would have gotten a feature-length film with him.
I'm so happy. The film is like we've checked out Christopher Lee's metal album since we.
Yes, isn't it awesome? It is so good. He is amazing. He's got a really good Christmas metal album too. I highly recommend checking that out. Like he's got a version of the Drummer Boy or whatever.
Yes, that was really good.
Oh my god, it's metal.
I love how he like waited till he was like 90 something to start.
Yeah,
doing that too.
I know that's what's so charming about it.
He's almost too tall to walk through that doorway. You notice that?
Yeah, he's a very tall person. Yeah.
The camera angles don't actually show how tall Christopher Lee actually was, unless we're watching Dracula, and then they use his height to their advantage.
Yeah. I can't. Maybe someone could point it out, but I can't think of anybody that has the amount of intensity as Christopher Lee at like modern acting. You know what I mean? Like,
one of the films said maybe Christian Bale.
Yeah, okay, that's okay. I'll accept that.
No, don't apologize. You're supposed to be in the chat talking about shit you love, so don't worry about it.
No, you're fine, dude. It's Christopher Lee, of course.
Yeah,
people are gonna talk about Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and everything else he's in.
Yeah, no, don't ever feel bad about
fine,
that.
Man.
Nerd on out, bud.
Yeah. That's why we're here, for everyone to nerd out.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the panel, man. But yeah, so another person says maybe Christian Bale because they could see it because he gets intense.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that, especially because he is getting kind of older now. So yeah.
And he does kind of do like the facial expressions Christopher Lee does
Yeah,
too.
yeah, he
So
does. Yeah.
I could agree with
Yeah,
that. That's a good call,
that is a
guys.
good call. Thank you. Yeah. So, Daniel Day-Lewis as Peter Cushing and Christian Bale. That actually would be awesome.
I think that would actually. There you go. You got your cast, man.
All right.
Now you
Someone please give me the money.
just have to cast the creepy lady, but I'm sure you can
Yeah.
find one in Walmart, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Is it bad I've only seen the first Lord of the Rings movies? No. I've only seen the first one. I can't sit through anything else because my brother and his friends were obsessed with those movies and they overplayed them. So I just can't. I can't. Man.
I think it's bad, Nolan. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should watch all of them after the stream and stay up. Don't get sleep deprived because they're all like 4 hours long.
Yeah, no one will be missing for a few days, and
Yeah.
you're gonna be like,
And then after that, do all the Godfathers back to back, brother.
Yeah.
You just won't sleep. Oh God. And then finish it off with the 4-hour version of Apocalypse Now. And
yeah, there you go.
You'll hate movies by the time you're done.
You'll have it. No one goes missing for like 3 months, and it's because he's listening to you to watch all these movies at once. And he's not a quitter; he's a binger.
Yeah. Hey, I actually did on Thanksgiving weekend. I had like before I started working again, I had like that time off, and I did binge every single Godfather back to back, and it was so epic. But I did not sleep; it was awful. By the time the third one was over, I was like, "All right, it's time to go to bed." I've been up for like what feels like 60 hours.
Isn't it interesting how like movie marathons when we were younger were nothing, and now it's just like, okay, after a double feature, I'm whooped now.
Yeah.
Jack Black is the greatest actor of all time.
Yeah, we just cast Jack Black as the Gorgon in this.
Jack Black could just be the creepy lady. Yeah. Instead, him just lurking with his eyebrows everywhere.
Also, this may seem kind of weird, but I think John C. Reilly, I know he's kind of a comedian, but I could see him playing Peter Cushing's role. I mean, he's vastly looks different, but
no, but I can see it too.
Yeah, if you give him a serious role, I bet he would be really good in it. I really do.
Somebody said Scarlett Johansson for the creepy lady. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe I could see it in the face a little bit. I could see that.
No, Mia Goth. I'm excited to see what she's going to be in Del Toro's Frankenstein. I wonder if she's going to be the bride or if she's just going to be like a creepy lady.
Yeah, I know. I love how he was like staring at us when you said that. He's like, "Sir, what?"
Yeah.
He is great in King Kong. That I have to say, I did enjoy the one with Jack Black.
Jack Black. Yeah, Jack Black. You know that thing about Jack Black? If you don't think he's a serious, I think the movie's called Bernie or whatever, where it's like a true story, and he I think he kills his mom or his wife or something. It's been a while since I've seen it. But if you haven't seen that movie, watch that. He's so good in that.
And it shocks you, especially if you're used to just his comedic roles.
Yeah, it's totally. Really good. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, John C. Reilly, I love him in Walk Hard, of course, and then Step Brothers and all that stuff. But I'm serious. I've always wanted to give him a serious role in something because I think he would be really good. Jeff Goldblum.
Ever since we showed Mr. Frost, everybody's scared to even look at Jeff Goldblum. I think I kind of ruined.
I'll just have Jeff Goldblum as the artist at the beginning.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's like staring at her titties.
Yeah.
He's like, "What do you mean? You want me to paint you like one of my French girls? Is that what?"
Yeah, that's
A lot of people are like, "We like Mr. Frost." I'm glad he liked it. A lot of people thought it was too weird.
Oh, well, that's why I liked it. It was so weird.
Again, another film that has rewatch value, so please do if you. Except for me.
Why is she always in this abandoned place?
Because she's one of those Urbex kids, bro.
Yeah. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh gosh, no. He's awful.
Oh my god. Yeah.
What's he gonna do? Eyebrow people?
Yeah, he's the Gorgon. He just does the eyebrow. There we go. People give me the cash, I'll make it. No, just kidding. Never. Oh my god.
One of the film students still said you need to do Christopher Walken in your Crowley movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually, I think he would give a really disturbing portrayal of Crowley, honestly.
Oh, for sure.
Because he's got that, like in Prophecy or whatever, where he plays the Gabriel or whatever. Oh, man. Creepy.
Speaking of creepy,
Yeah.
she was just saying all that creepy stuff, and now he's like, please be with me.
It's like, I want you to be my wife. I know I've said this about other Hammer films, like how I was actually kind of upset that I've never seen them before.
Mm-hmm.
I was definitely like that with the Dracula. But especially with this one, because I really like mythology. And I was shocked that I've never even heard of this movie before. So
it's shocking, but also not, because like I said, it's very hard to even put tags to this movie because like when I go set the lives, I put the tags, and like all of them are just like rated at like 17% because like no one pays attention to this film. So it's such a hidden gem, though.
Which is why, like, I feel like it's perfect and doesn't really need a remake per se, but I would like to remake it just to, because it's not really known well.
To remake it in the essence of paying homage and then like promoting the original film, I think would be an interesting thing.
That's exactly what I would want to do. Hollywood gets it. They call it the Gorgons, and there's like 17 of the Gorgons, and they like screw up the mythology of the lore and everything, and they're just
No, I didn't hear that. I don't really follow The Rock much. All I could see is his freaking eyebrow. I did see that he sells hair care for men. That's kind of questionable since, like, he's bald, but okay.
Yeah.
At first, people are like, "Oh no, it's for moisturizing the bald head." I'm like, no, it's literally shampoo and conditioner, guys. Like it says it. It's like lather up your hair. Like I don't want to know where he uses that because it's just weird. And it's just like a picture of him with his eyebrow up, like shit. So, like, bros, if you're gonna get a celebrity to endorse your hair care, maybe pick one that actually has hair.
Yeah, like Johnny Depp or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing with those Sriracha. I think I said that last night. I couldn't unsee him and his daughter.
Oh, yeah.
So,
he does kind of look like her.
The cheekbones for me.
I've seen the all of like Kevin Smith's films, and she's always like with her his daughter at the convenience stores or whatever. So like every time I saw her, I was like, oh, that's that girl that works at that mart with like the sausage thing, a sausage alien thing or whatever. She's also in Walrus, I think, as well. I still think she does a really good performance in that movie, though.
No, she does. It's just unfortunate because
she does look like Johnny Depp.
see.
Well, I mean, it seems like Orlog's down no matter what sex you are.
Yeah, you don't care.
Oh God.
There, Nolan. I sent you the picture of the Rock hair care brand.
Yeah.
X. I think you'll get
sign up for
it. It's so weird. It's so weird because my husband's like, well, maybe it's for bald people. I'm like, no, like literally, you go to the site and it's like hair care for men.
Yeah.
I'm like, the dude is bald. Like, what are you doing?
Well, that's why he's got passion for it.
Weird.
So I just want to say I like how Christopher Lee is kind of eccentric in this.
Which was easy for him to play because he's an eccentric dude in real life. So like it seems to me like Peter and Christopher were just being themselves in this, and they were just like using that ability.
Yeah. There's a really cool, and maybe we could show it. I don't know if we get copyright strike though, but maybe at one of our after shows we could show the interview with Christopher Lee and Vincent Price shows up to surprise him or whatever.
Oh, yeah, with that.
That's a heartwarming little interview thing.
We will be able to show it because it's an interview, but we could just pause and then talk and then play again. We can do a reaction if you want. We can totally do it.
I think that would be cool because like that's such a heartwarming scene.
I look forward to doing after shows again once this baby's out of me, bro. Like I miss them so much. Thank you guys so much for like hanging on tight because if I were to try now, I know my energy level will suck and it would just make it boring for you guys, and I don't want that. Oh my gosh, Nolan.
Oh my god. Oh goodness, man.
Did you see the advertisement? Did you see how weird that is? It's just like, yeah, it's good for your skin or good for your hair. And it's like,
Yeah, he's like, it's good for
bro.
your skin. I mean, hair.
Here, I'll send it to you on Instagram too,
Yeah.
girls.
Okay.
It's just a very weird thing going on here. There it is. And not to mention, like, the brand sounds like the sound when you spit up a loogie. So it's very weird. I sent it over just now.
Ooh, and God. It's it's only $8. That's not bad.
Maybe it removes
Maybe
your hair. Maybe. I don't know. Like,
Closer to 10. My hair would have loved this 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner. And he's like autographed it.
yeah.
Hell yeah. That's hilarious. Ah. How is this more of a werewolf movie than The Wolfman?
I know, right? Like, what the hell is going on?
I just can't wait for Robert Eggers' werewolf movie to come out just to defecate all over that garbage.
Oh my god.
It'll probably heal everyone. Yeah. I
will.
hope it's hyper gory.
It will heal
Wolfman
the Wolfman universe.
Yeah, he's got like what, the witch, Nosferatu, now a werewolf. All he needs now is a mummy. Oh my god, screw you, Nolan. I was waiting for it. I was like, I know he's gonna go there. I know he is. Oh my god.
That'd be hilarious.
All right, okay, you're banned. Hang on, no.
How does this guy look young yet old at the same time? I'm so confused. To make his hair grow back. Yeah, like it did for The Rock.
I get like Peter Still hair.
Yeah. Next time you come on, you're just gonna be like, yeah. Totally works.
Come on the stream. I love you to death.
Oh, I can't wait for you to see more of that character in The Strain.
Me too. Oh, is that some brandy?
I think it is. No wine milk tonight.
Oh yeah, that was disturbing.
Yeah, I can't unsee that.
Yeah, I've seen, like I said last time, I've seen that movie at least 3, 4, maybe 8 times, and that's the first time I've ever noticed that.
And like, he looked mad at them that they were questioning what the hell it is because they didn't want to drink it.
Yeah.
He's like, see, I convinced you to leave your husband, and now I'm going to get you drunk. I think The Rock might just shave his head. Maybe, but I mean...
Yeah, I'm sure. I do too, Nolan. That's what I do.
My thing is like, if he's gonna do a hair care replacement, though, wouldn't you think you'd let it grow a little bit just for that shoot and then go ahead and shave it?
Well, there is in there that photo of him where he's kind of almost got the afro thing going on or whatever.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, I think I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
But I he's probably balding.
Yeah, he's much older now. Christopher Lee's like, why are you guys doing this in my house? How is his voice still booming in my headphones?
Yeah, because it's Christopher Lee. I did back in the day, bro. I had long hair, man. I could when I was at metal shows, bro, I was like doing the hair stereotypical head banging. I used to tell jokes about how I was going to grow it out even longer and call myself Bropunzel. Now I'm just bald.
He's like, oh yeah, that's my cue to come downstairs.
And he's a very tall looking guy.
He's like, I know you stole my wife. He's like, okay. That is like the least fought search warrant in a movie ever.
Yeah, he's like, okay, search away, sir.
Like, your wife's not here. We're hiding her in the basement. I mean,
Yes. Sir, please put down the knife.
yeah, like
Sir.
there's no cake involved.
Sir, put the knife down, sir.
You tried growing your hair out, but it was too messy, and it does go through an awkward stage. But after the awkward stage,
Yeah. I do have to say, after I started losing my hair, it was a slight relief because, like, if your hair gets too long, it can get annoying to maintain after a while.
my dude grew his hair out when we first got together, but it was hard for him to regrow it again because his hair grows up like a chia pet before it goes long.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah. So, and he has like really thick hair, so like he has an awkward stage for months until it gets long enough where he could do something with it, and now he just doesn't have the patience for it. He's like, I know you have my wife somewhere.
Yeah, where's my wife? Man, I can't believe this movie's almost over. This one, every time I watch this, it just goes by so fast.
It does. It's so intriguing.
Yeah.
Like, you get enveloped in it. It's kind of like when we watched The Strain, the first episode. I'm like, wow, this seems so short.
Let me see. Hang on. So James Bernard did also do the film X the Unknown, which is like a sci-fi film. He did Quatermass 2, which is really awesome. And he did The Curse of Frankenstein, which we saw. He did Dracula, The Horror of Dracula. He did this film, Prince of Darkness, and The Devil Rides Out. So he's the pinnacle musician for a majority of Hammer's films. So he even did The Hounds of Bakersville, the Sherlock Holmes that Hammer did.
Yeah, Nolan, I could get that. I used to have like a mohawk, and like I stopped doing it because I lost patience for growing out my sides, and I just let them grow wildly.
Now, was it like SLC level punk mohawk, or what? What are we talking here?
It was like my sides were completely shaven, and I had like a really tall purple mohawk.
Yeah, so it was SLC punk.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm so excited.
But then I was like, I'm getting really tired of, and I got cold in the wintertime because I had no bottom of my hair, so I was like, screw it.
Yeah.
I need my hair in this climate. My sides still haven't fully grown to the length of my hair yet, though, so it's a pain in the ass. Poor Peter.
Yeah, seriously.
He's like, I don't understand. I worked as a doctor. I gave her the fancy coat thingy she wanders around in.
He's like, she wants everyone to be stoned. We got to get her out of the town.
We need a picture of that. I gotta look. I'm sure it's in my old photos.
That'd be awesome.
It was like bright purple. I was wild.
Yeah, slap him again. That's
guy.
Another Paul, dude. Slap Paul again. Christopher Lee, I think, has to be like, he's like, I will only be in this film if I get to slap someone named Paul.
I think so too. I agree. That was on his like list of demands being hired.
Man, we have to at least do 4 takes of it, and every time we do, I get $10. They're like, you drive a hard bargain, Mr. Lee. Terms acceptable.
He's climbing out the window like it's Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, he's like, you didn't understand. She's my wife.
Well, actually, she's this other guy's wife. But
yeah, I know.
Like, she's mine now. I know where she is, bro. She's hanging in the castle. I like how the carriages in this one are actually at a realistic pace versus the
Yes.
other ones
The other
lately.
ones where it's like super sped up, like
Yeah, it's like we could tell like they're not actually in the carriage there.
It's so awesome either way though.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Come on, Christopher Lee, you got to get up and save the day, bro.
He's like, I'm tired of it. He has to even bend down for this doorway. Holy shit. Christopher Lee's like, look, I could have just had a calm night in, but of course these people needed my help.
Yep. Love that shot.
Yep.
Really awesome.
They've used it several times. Speaking of beards, my uncle makes homemade beard oil.
Does he really?
Yes. The beardedbastards.com. Or beardedbastards.com, I should say.
That's awesome.
There you
Oh,
go.
this guy's escaping.
He's like, oh no! Why did he leave through the window? They're like, oh, he can't do his own stunts, so we're just gonna go to the moon. I use the beard oil in my hair, so it's actually really nice. My favorite one's the vanilla one.
He's trying to find his girl.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Lurking in the dark.
It's like she's my wife.
He's just chilling with a sword, like normal people do.
Oh, sir. Sir. Oh. Oh my God. Hell yeah. I kind of, if I remade this, I'd make that fight scene as long as the fight scene and They Live.
Oh my gosh,
And
yes.
just keep going.
Oh, Roger, we're slacking, huh?
Oh, we're
We've
slacking,
been
Roger.
here
Where you
2
been,
nights in a
Roger?
row, bro.
Ah, man. I finally put on the mask for you, Roger, and you don't even show up.
Yeah, gosh. Yeah, YouTube's been having issues today, so I'm not sure where 80 is tonight. Another human, yes. Roger is a human. Or a
Yes.
puppet. We don't know.
Roger's like, I've just been binge watching all the Puppet Masters.
Yes. Oh, congrats on peeing, Roger.
Wow, isn't this an exciting fight scene?
It really is.
Yeah. Now throw him off the cliff in front of his woman.
They are traveling for Josh's birthday, so they're going to Texas.
Oh no! Don't look at her.
Poor
No,
Peter.
Peter Cushing.
It's kind of weird seeing him in this character.
It is, right? Especially after all the Frankensteins.
Yeah.
Wow. It's so sad because she gets everyone stoned against their will.
Yes.
This is tragic, though. But I do like how ethereal she seems.
Yes. She's like, look at me, notice me.
Yes. See me.
The rock shampoo.
See me. Come on, Perseus. I'm going to show you what happens when you fly too close to the sun like Icarus. Oh, boom, headshot. Oh,
Dun,
decapitation.
dun, dun. What a wonderful use of a
Christopher
prop.
Lee wins. Fatality. Flawless victory.
No, I don't think they'll find you, Nolan. You're good.
What's going on?
I
Oh,
told them they were on their trip to Texas.
oh yeah, I gave him your address, Nolan. That's exactly where they're going. I told him that you wouldn't mind giving him plenty of foods and drinks and a place to stay. So you're welcome.
And then the fake
Oh my
trivia,
goodness, what a twist. It was her the whole time.
that explains everything.
Wow. Hey, man. The Gorgons were supposed to be hot before they got cursed or something,
Yup.
right?
I gave them yours. Nolan's spicy tonight. He's just like, no. And you, sir, are going to turn to stone. So
You,
hope
sir,
she was worth
are
it.
forever a stoner. Goodbye. Yeah, dare to get off drugs, kids. Moral of the story. All right, the Gorgon.
That transition is what
I know,
a lot
isn't
of the
it
students
awesome?
are talking about right now.
Yeah.
A lot of them are like, how did they even manage that when we can't manage it with all of our computers?
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, pay attention to that character, the transitions, just the lighting, just the overall pacing. I mean,
Pretty much
like I
everything.
said, it's honestly, I feel like it's a masterpiece. I know some may disagree, but I do think it's. I don't want to necessarily say it's like 100% perfect, but it is pretty perfect for the time.
Absolutely.
I view this film with high regards and deep respect. I would love to remake it. I've kind of already talked about throughout what I would do differently. I would try to contain as much of the original transitional shots and overall set design and dialogue and story, but I would definitely focus more a little bit on the body horror aspects. I wouldn't want to go too far to where it's just like Terrifier level gore fest, obviously.
Right.
But I would still kind of want it more like Cronenberg, maybe. Like I would want the stone transformations to be a little more disgusting.
Yeah.
And then I would definitely want the Gorgon to be like an abomination, like horribly disgusting, to give that duality of the perfect beauty in it being corrupted,
Yes.
And I would definitely keep the Browns for like the more noble characters too. I think that's kind of
that'd be a good call
decision.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all that I would change. I may flirt with a dream sequence, but I just like dream sequences in my films. I don't think this one needs it, but I might just shoot it and then, maybe
this whole film feels like a dream sequence to
be honest.
Like
it's very dreamy and surreal. So I would really try to keep that, and I would love to do like the moon shots and the Gothic castles and all that stuff. I think it could be done if it's done with respect and integrity.
Yes. You are still here, Roger. Yes. Okay, so
but I hope the film students loved it. I would love to hear y'all's feedback on this.
I'm gonna just go through the secret message chats right now, since everything else is kind of messing with it. Because even Tom and the Gang's chat, they're having trouble typing in today. So we're just gonna talk to some of the secret message chats. No flirting, Dillboy.
No flirting, Dillboy. How dare you, Roger? How dare you?
Okay, so.
Boom! Making an appearance. What's up,
Someone
everyone?
Said that Nice. Someone said that they are going to use this film as inspiration for their script. And they're going to probably use the types of characters that Peter Cushing was in this one in their current script. They like the subtleness of his character, and it could be used in other things. You don't like other people?
I also like how proper and respectful he was to everyone. Even at that sword fight, you could tell he was trying to be honorable, even though at the end he was like, no, screw this, I'm gonna choke you out.
It's like he was trying not to give in to human nature.
Yeah, and so I really feel like Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, their performances are very unique in this, outside of the rest, their traditional like Dracula and Frankenstein.
Roger, are you cranky tonight? You don't like other people? You don't like someone? Bro, you okay?
You listened to an Iron Maiden song today? Which one, Nolan?
This is another one saying that they like the use of the female actress
Yeah,
because they didn't expect her to be the creature in a
yeah,
way. They were
yeah.
too
That's why I was
distracted of her
good.
infidelity,
Good.
you
See, I
know?
was so worried at the beginning when I told y'all to pay attention to her that I just like ruined the whole thing. But I try to sidetrack it there because I was afraid that it would ruin the twist. So I'm
No,
glad.
they just thought she was there just to be one of those dramatic
Mhm.
characters like in the other movies, and then it
Yeah,
turns out she's the monster.
but
Iron
I
Maiden's
love how
great
subtle it is because
though.
you can
Basic.
startly see like she's too modest, but then
Mhm.
she's always around and she's kind of creepy, and it seems like she knows too much. And then right
Yeah.
there at the end, it's like she's the Gorgon, and you're like, oh. And I
Mhm.
will say, I would encourage you to watch this again because it does have rewatch value. And even though you kind of know the twist, you'll notice things that she does and things that she touches and stuff. It'll be more apparent to you on your second viewing.
One of the secret message chats I just got in says it looks like your Gilboy in the background's having one too many.
Yeah,
I can't.
probably.
His arm fell off yesterday. I don't know
Yeah.
where Dave is, Roger. I don't know if he's having internet problems today or not.
I know. I was hoping Amy would.
And
do
like YouTube wasn't sending out notifications, and people have had trouble typing in tonight, so it's been weird on.
Yeah, it has been weird today. I've had trouble with YouTube.
Okay, let's see. Somebody says that they want to see the reptile versus the Gorgon.
Yeah, that would be cool. It really would.
I don't know. How would you guys do that then? How would you guys want to put those monsters against each other, or would they like be against humanity, like working together against humanity? You know what I mean? Like it'd be kind of weird because they are like two different creatures. So I don't know how they would fight exactly.
You just loosely make what is it? Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, but it's like the Gorgon meets the reptile or whatever. Yeah. They're both snakes.
You don't like secret people
in
the chat? Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, Roger.
They don't like putting their name in public, so I gotta respect that, my friend. You just like to give people a hard time.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know where Dave is though. He told me he was gonna be here tonight, but I'm wondering if like he had maybe internet problems or something. I'm not sure.
There we go.
No,
that's not good. I'm sorry.
Could you imagine good lighting? Gorgon interview? Wow, a Gorgon video game.
That'd be cool. I thought you were gonna say interview with the Gorgon, but it's like interview with the vampire, but Gorgon.
That'd be perfect.
That would be kind of sick. Godzilla versus Dracula.
I think you guys are making them up to appear as if you got more people following you. Oh, shut up, Roger.
Oh, whatever.
I don't got time to do that shit.
Yeah. Are you trying to say Tom and the gang aren't real too, Roger?
Yeah.
How dare you?
That's another thing too. If we do that ScareCon event, they should be there too.
Yeah, they should. That'd be so sick.
They normally are, and then that way you guys can actually.
Oh yeah, I would definitely stop by and get some brandy and talk hammer.
No, I started the secret message chat, Roger, because the lurkers want a way to type in without putting their info out, and a lot of times people don't like their stuff. So I didn't do it beforehand because I didn't think there would be a demand for it, but there is a link in the description of this video where you can actually send in stuff to the secret message chat. So. Okay. They're puppets. Oh my god.
That would be scary if it's true.
Yeah. Chris Godzilla versus Dracula.
Sure, Nolan. Produced by Troma.
Yeah.
We definitely wouldn't get sued by Toho or Legendary or Universal or Stoker State or anything.
Oh, Roger, by the way, me and Mage are working on doing that Band Mage stream soon. He's going to see when his schedule permits us to do that. I'm 1/3 troll on my father's side.
Speaking of troll, if you've never seen the film Troll Hunter, it's like a found footage film about trolls. That's a pretty sick movie.
Let me see what we got here.
Slightly off topic, but not really, since Roger's admitting that he's part troll.
So Saturday, we got The Mummy coming up.
Yeah,
the Hammer version.
Man, that is such a good film. I have a magnet of that on my fridge. I'm definitely gonna have to show y'all
We
that.
are going to be doing
That's one of
that.
my favorite Mummy films, actually.
Yeah.
Outside of the original, and I do like the Brandon Fraser Mummy. Don't get me
Hmm.
wrong, but
Hmm.
I would have to say the original Mummy with Boris Karloff, then this one, and
Yes.
then the Brandon Fraser one. Well, actually,
Okay,
maybe
Roger.
Mummy Shroud, and then the Brandon Fraser one, uh,
Yes.
because the Mummy Shroud is really good. I know we're going to show that one as well.
Yeah, so next week we only have a stream on Saturday, and then the following week we have the Friday, Saturday. And so that Friday we're going to be showing the Mummy Shroud. So
Awesome,
I kind of kept them together, like in your
good,
list.
good, good.
I just put your list basically in order. So
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and I was thinking about putting the Curse of the Mummy's Tomb in there too, but
Mhm.
I mean, that's a good one, but
Yeah,
I feel like the ones we are going to show are better. Uh,
yeah.
and
No, it was super hard to make this list, and
I
I
know
don't
it
blame you
was,
for having
it
such a
was,
long one.
I was
I
like,
mean, crap, we have stuff. I guess technically Hammer Month is extending all the way to July because we want to get the whole list done. So that's how crazy it is to
you're
narrow
welcome,
them
Tom and the
down
gang.
because you can't zero in and just put
It's
it into
hard
one
because they have
month.
so many good films, and that's why, like, I know if you are a fan of Hammer and you're like, well, what about this one? It's like, well, I mean, we could show every single one, but it'd be like multiple pages of Hammer films because they have quite a bit. So I just tried to pick the ones that I knew are important,
Mm.
or at least relative to like film history. And since we got art students and film students, ones that
Yeah,
they can
and
learn
and
from.
everybody that's like lurking and
Yeah,
people that do type in, like, it's easier for you guys, for us, if you type into YouTube, because then it's easier for everybody to see. But I don't mind doing the secret chats and stuff like that. Just because I want that interaction with you guys and not make you feel like you guys have to put yourself on blast over here.
yeah.
Uh, I know a lot of you guys are saying, "You're gonna watch The Mummy with us?
Oh
Good, you
yeah, man, it's
should."
awesome. And if I'm not mistaken, the first one is a soft remake, or yeah, it's like a remake of one of the Universal
Mhm.
uh, Mummy films. I can't think of the name because there's so many of those as well. But it's
Yeah.
kind of like a combination of the best of those, but done in a Hammer style. And so
Yes.
you're in for a treat if you like Mummy movies, Hammer Mummy films. All of them are phenomenal. So definitely watch those if you've never seen them. We are going to skip one, like I said. So, art
Mhm.
students, I would implore you and recommend you watch that one on your own. This one is the first one. Then the one that's not on the list is the second one, and then we'll show the third one afterwards. But they're not really connected per se. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, there's not
Yeah.
repeating characters, but they are take place in the correct time period afterwards. So, if that makes sense.
So we have the Mummy, the Mummy Shroud, and
Yes.
then we have the Plague of Zombies.
Yes, that's a good voodoo
And
film.
then on March 22nd, we have Haxon, which we can screen
Oh yeah,
share
that's oh
because it's public domain. And then we're off for kind of like a little bit because of, my potato.
that's a
And
good one
then
to end it on too,
we,
Haxon. Yeah.
yes, and because then we come back on 4-5 with Twins of Evil.
Oh, perfect. And that's the whole like kind of Satanism in that film too. So that's perfect.
Yeah, that's why I put Haxon in the middle there. I thought that would be a great transition.
Yeah, because I mean, I still like. I think Haxon. I at least watch that every October. I have the Criterion Blu-ray of that, and that movie is still disturbing. If you
Absolutely.
don't think it's disturbing by even today, I'm shocked. But I mean, I guess I could kind of see it, but I think it's hard
And
to watch. It's
we do
creepy.
have Faust coming later
Yes.
on.
Oh my God, the
I have
silent
that in
one.
the mixture,
Yes.
and
Oh
that's
my.
another one we could screen share because they are silent
Oh.
films.
See, I would like to remake Faust as well.
Yes.
I really would love to do, and I would make it a period piece too. I would try to be as authentic as possible to the
The
source.
thing about Haxon is it was so ahead of its time with all of
Yeah.
its transitions and stuff. Gonna go into labor on stream. No, Lillian, I won't. Don't jinx me,
Yeah, don't
bro.
don't jinx her, man.
Dude, I'd be so mad. I'd be like, dude, what the hell?
There's a Metroidvania mummy game that's based on that movie. Which mummy movie, man? The Tom Cruise one?
Yeah, we're not doing the Tom Cruise one.
Yeah, we're not doing that one. I might do a movie review on that just to
Yeah.
talk about the like what happened and like how not to make a movie,
Yeah,
maybe.
for sure.
Because I do like what's her name who played the mummy. I thought she was good, but that's like
Yeah,
you can they totally made that all about Tom Cruise
they
instead
did.
of
It's Tom Cruise, and they always do that with his films. It's so
God.
stupid. All 4 foot of him, like
Because it was so cool, like how they brought the Knight Templars into all that and
yeah.
stuff. It's like you could see what the original story was, and it was going to be awesome, but then they just
Yes.
screwed it up. So
Also, I have more horror reviews coming to the channel as well. I've been filming in bulk this whole whole month. So that way all I have to do is edit and upload this month. So I look forward to that. I have been covering a lot of found footage Tubi movies that I've randomly found.
cool. I'll have to check this out.
So they're going to be interesting. I also have the full deep dive of Reincarnation going up on Patreon soon.
Yes, I want to see that.
You know, and so thank you all for that.
Yes.
And my husband's going to join me in my review for Nosferatu.
Nice.
Because I think you guys will find his summary of it a little bit comedic. His reaction was hilarious, so... who else is here? It's just you and Nolan right now, and then the film students just chilling.
Yes, and Tom and the gang, right?
Yeah, they're here, but they can't really they're having issues typing.
Oh, that's unfortunate because I would love to hear their feedback on the Gorgon.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna send us a secret message. If that's if you want to do that, guys, you can type into the secret message because that seems to be working. A lot of the secret messages right now are just really repetitive of stuff we've already seen or spoken about, so that's why I'm not really reading them out loud. Okay. Until we get something new, I'm just kind of poking around there until boy ever do.
No.
Oh my God.
You're gonna I like Mercy said, I've also kind of pre-recorded a lot of movie reviews, and I'm going to also film some I'm going to do some kind of new videos on my channel called Retro Deep Dive Movie Reviews, where it's kind of like what we do here, where we talk about like the history of what's going on. So it's going to be kind of like a lecture combined with like a movie review. And I'm going to incorporate like VHSs and stuff. So it'll be kind of fun.
I'm looking forward to that.
But for the most part, I'm going to be having a bunch of movie reviews coming out all this month. And then hopefully I'll have one of those retro deep dives this month. No promises, because I'm not sure if I can get it all.
Yeah, you'll definitely have to take your time with those because they're at a deeper level. So it's not like ones you can like post right up. That's kind of like how my deep dive of Reincarnation is.
Yeah.
My deep cut reviews will be over on Patreon, while my like more shorter ones will be over on YouTube. So in case you want the deeper dives, they'll be over on the Patreon.
So look out for all those. I'm going to release them Fridays, and then there is going to be one, I think I might do a little funny video that comes out on Sunday, although I may have switched it to Friday. So don't hold me accountable if it comes out on a Friday instead of a Sunday.
Hammer time. And another cool thing is that we have been speaking to management of different horror actors and actresses to maybe.
Yes. It's been hard for me to be quiet about it.
Once in a while, pop in. We can't say any names yet until contracts are signed, just in case.
But we're almost there.
Advertising.
We promise.
But yeah, we're doing some discussions where we're going to have somebody come on the panel with us and watch any movie with us. And listen to them commentate alongside us, and
gonna be a blast.
Poke their brains afterwards about what they would do about the movie or how they would act or whatever. And we also have a couple of independent directors that might actually come in. We got
lots of cool things
that want to come in. So until the contracts are sealed, unfortunately, I can't disclose. But that's what's in the works. And also exciting news, guys. Maybe in a year, we may actually be having media passes at a convention.
Yeah.
I can't say too much names right now just in case, but we are making a plan. So we might actually be able to do a movie night panel live where we're all in the same place.
Yeah. So there's a lot of cool stuff in store for all of you that have been tuning in and supporting us. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Because honestly, it's without you guys' support, we wouldn't be able to even grow. And the fact that it's growing this quickly within like the year's time frame, all of us have been doing this. It's been great. You get to you're gonna get Nick Cage interview. Oh my gosh! You know what? I wonder if he would just come on here and chill.
You know what, he might, especially if he sees my review of Longlegs as well as Mr. Presley's review,
Yeah,
which will be coming out. I apologize.
You know, Mr.
Elvis.
Presley has some attitude. I saw his Romulus thing. He's got the tude, man. Like,
I know.
I haven't commented on it yet. I will though, to help the algorithm.
Yeah, he definitely hijacked my YouTube channel, him and Jerry. I didn't appreciate it. They were supposed to come over to the lagoon and help me, but they just decided to troll me instead. So,
he's got the tude. He's like, look, I was on the toilet for so long. I'm just gonna.
Yeah. So
we'll
have that to look forward to. If I will say this, if Nicolas Cage does come on, halfway through, I will transition into Elvis and hang out with him. So it's gonna, and then I'll try to stay in character because I know Nick Cage will probably quadruple down and be as awkward as I will.
Like, look, I can't make no promises, but if you guys seriously want me to reach out to whoever I need to for Nick Cage, I totally will.
You should, because then we could compare our legs and see which ones are longer.
Could you imagine if we could actually pull it off and Rebecca and Josh come into the chat?
Oh my god, that'd be so awesome. Like, I would probably die of like fanboyism, honestly.
Like, hey, I'll reach out to whoever you guys think. Hey, worst thing they could say is like, no, you're too small right now. So
that's true. But I think that would be cool because we're so small. Because there's not all that other, BS.
Yeah, normally a lot of them are pretty chill about it. Normally, if they say no, it's because they're already booked.
That's true.
I've only had one person be really bitchy, and that's the lady that did the Blair Witch Project.
That's really unfortunate because that would be cool to have her on and discuss that film because it's a great movie. But
I met her twice at ScareCon and she was mean both times, so I was like, screw you.
Hopefully it was just bad days, but I don't know.
I was hoping so, but it was like 2 different years.
So there's quite a bit of space between it.
And like if you bring up like early like late 80s found footage that never got famous, she gets like really mad. She they sell it as the pioneer of found footage, but it's like, well, no, it comes from something, guys. Like, it's okay. Like, it's not, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, the rest of her crew is really nice. She just has ego, I guess. I don't know. Maybe she simmered down. It's been a few years. I mean, I think that would be cool. It would be cool to have her on and watch unrelated found footage, like maybe one of like the Tubi found footage. And
we can show her. We can watch what's called the Frogman or whatever. It's kind of like a Southern cryptid or whatever. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because I remember when Blair Witch came out, especially, I can't speak for everybody, but I know here down in the South in Texas, people thought that was real. And I was like, well, they wouldn't probably show that in theaters if it was that real. And they're like, no, it's real, bro. And they get like real angry. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's real. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
just like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is real, even though that's Ed Gein. But whatever, we don't want to talk about that because
Nolan,
we want to pretend Leatherface is out here in Texas. I understand.
Yeah.
Thank God he's not, because you don't want that to be real. Yeah,
for sure.
Come to Texas, you'll understand.
But out of anything, Texas Chainsaw Massacre could actually end up being real. Versus
it could, man. It really could, especially because like it depends on where you're at here in Texas. But there's like absolutely nothing. Like there's actual like that place where it takes place. There's places like that where there's nothing for miles, small town, nothing else. And if you get screwed over there, no one's coming to help you.
Yeah, no, because they have like small town justice over there.
That's why it's good to.
No, we've kind of gotten to that big enough area where we can actually start reaching out to different management companies to see what it would entail. So all that stuff's in the works, and it wouldn't have been in the works without you guys supporting and liking and sharing and donating
and coming back every other Friday and Saturdays. Like, it's awesome. I know we kind of had a little awkward moment. It's just because YouTube probably has a conspiracy against this film because it's so awesome.
There has to be. Maybe YouTube's run by Gorgons and they didn't want us to know.
There we go. We figured it out.
Yeah.
It's Medusa's other sister that faked her death, and she's.
This is where we need Mage to put up his Nicolas Cage. Please. I've seen those.
I have too, man, and it's creepy, man. It's like you stop to go to the bathroom there, and everybody's like,
Bros, I live in one of those small towns in the north, so like
And they
that's how
like
they
look
probably
at
all
you
look
when
at
you walk
you.
by and stuff, and it's like, all right, I'm just gonna get some. You know what? I'm gonna get beef jerky in the next town. Never mind.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
no, I live in
I'm
a
not
small
that
town like
hungry.
that.
You don't even have McDonald's here. Goodbye.
That's like I would probably totally fit in there, honestly, because I that's like kind of like how I live up here. So it's like, but
Yeah,
I'm less creepy. Like, the thing is though, like we pay attention to who comes in the town because we're near Canada
yeah,
and weird stuff
that's fair.
happens.
That's
So
fair. That's
where's
fair.
Mage? He's hanging with his wife
Yeah,
tonight.
he's having date night with his wife, which is good,
Yes.
and I'm sure he's having a blast.
Yes, he's had a lot. He's been kind of a little bit burnt out too because he had to move all his music over to a different thing, so that way
And
he
he
could
did drop
provide.
a song too on his
He
YouTube, so all of y'all go check
did.
that out.
Yeah, he does more electronic music. Your
I
tiny super
also
song.
dropped a audiobook of a story I wrote. I forgot to talk about this last night because I was so
Yes.
hyper excited about the reptile. But it's called The King and the Shark, and it's a story one. I don't want to say it's like there's going to be part 2 and 3, but I
Mhm.
do plan to write this kind of weird, loosely connected anthology. Kind of tells the crypt thing about stories about Elvis that are weird and like semi based on reality, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna hyper fantasize it so it'll be entertaining for y'all to read. Like I have one where he's gonna be kind of like an exorcist or something, like a ghost hunter. It'll be
Mhm.
stupid. That'll be the next one. But this one, he basically fights sharks. So it's like, what
Yes.
if Jaws ended with Elvis showing up
It
saving the
sounds very Roger Corman to me, and
Yeah.
I'm living for it.
So y'all check that out. It's on
Nolan
my
did
YouTube.
advertise it for you yesterday,
Yeah,
bro.
you did. Thank you. I noticed that. I
He did.
kind of
So
forgot about it because I was so engaged with Hammer. I'm such a Hammer nerd that I forget to promote my own stuff. So y'all, please check that out. I hope you enjoyed it.
did you
Definitely stupid. So
did I
y'all,
show you how to do the YouTube tags on your videos yet?
no, I need to
Okay,
watch
I'll do
these.
that.
That's
I'll do
probably
that for
why
you.
it's not.
I'll make a screen recording because it's hard to
I'm so
explain.
new. I'm sorry. Don't judge me, Tom and the gang.
No, you're
Secret chat.
fine.
People who rewatch it. I'm gonna hide myself now. I'm so embarrassed.
No, don't be
I'm
embarrassed.
just
It's a
kidding.
lot to learn.
I don't care.
Yeah, we
I'm
all
just
start
having
somewhere.
fun. Yeah.
We all start somewhere, bros.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see if we got any new different ones. Definitely like the Gorgon over the Reptile. The Reptile
Oh
was
yeah.
just a little too goofy for my taste, but I'm glad I
That's fair.
stuck out.
That's fair.
It was worth the watch for my group. I sent it to my autistic group chat as
Oh,
well.
did you? Oh my god.
That's awesome, bro.
Oh, that's great. I hope they
What
enjoy
is
it.
the name of your chat? I'm curious.
Yeah.
Is it literally called my autistic group
Or is
chat?
it like
Because
the
I would
Council?
love that. Roger, what are you trying to send me? Because
Yeah, it's not going through.
it's
Yeah, like
definitely
I
your
mean,
bug.
the Reptile. It's a good film. It's a little on the goofy side, but I feel like that's where its charm is.
Yeah.
It's fun, and I feel like it's unique, and that's why I wanted to show it because it's definitely there's not at least from my knowledge a Hammer film that's like it. So that's why I kind of wanted to show that one. But this one is definitely far superior for sure. The Gorgon is a masterpiece.
Oh, absolutely. And I could see why people may have taken well, you change it all the time. Makes sense. I can see why people might find yesterday's a little too much.
I can too.
Goofy.
Yeah, I mean it is. You got the homeboy looking in the window, all like
Yeah, and a lot of
mouth
it did
breathing and
make
stuff.
sense. We were
Yeah.
once called the console of autism.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
That's fantastic. I love that. That's great. Yeah, speaking of audiobook stuff too, there will be I'm doing audiobooks as well, not of just my originals, but also you guys voted for me to do some Edgar Allan Poe stuff, so that's
Ooh, yeah, that's a good call.
So yeah, apparently you guys liked when I read stuff, so I'll do that too.
I've got plenty of Lovecraft audiobooks on my channel as well. I haven't had time to do those in a while because I've been focusing on movie reviews and, like I said, my retro deep dive reviews. So
yes,
there will be plenty of Jailboy content for you guys in the next couple of months. So I hope you do tune in and watch all that.
Platypus Day, what the hell? That's awesome. That's awesome. I want to say the Kitsmo Media Group magazine is going to start being in the works too. I have a bunch of interviews that are coming in. I sent emails out so I could get those to put them into articles. And of course, members of the panel are also going to be contributing. And there's a lot of cool things that are going to go in there. The thing is, in October is the only time you can get a physical copy. The rest of the year, it's going to just be digital.
Yes.
In October, they will come with physical media such as posters and other extra goodies that you won't get with the digital, and there will only be a limited supply.
Yes.
So, all of the proceeds go to helping the panel and everybody here. So that's going to be great. Today is Platypus Day. I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
We are celebrating
Harry
the Platypus.
Really? That sounds like a Hammer film.
It does. It really does. Featuring Christopher Lee.
Yeah, Christopher Lee. Perry the Platypus, played by Peter Cushing.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. He's like a vampire slayer too. Oh my God.
Are you guys like celebrating like the people do in Pennsylvania for that groundhog?
Oh, the groundhog stuff? Yeah.
Punxsutawney Phil.
It's like platypus stuff.
Dude, with Lex, I can't wait. I hope Lex comes back soon because
I did too.
She got so hyped up about Punxsutawney Phil. Like, she went on like a deep dive about Punxsutawney Phil for like 35 minutes.
That's awesome.
And she's like, wait, we're supposed to be watching a movie. And I was like, yeah, but it's okay.
It's okay. Go on, please.
And like, I remember because like that was the night some of our Finnish viewers tuned in and they were like, what the hell is a Punxsutawney Phil? And so like she totally ranted about it. And then they started researching it and they're like, oh my God, it's like a cult for a groundhog. And she's like, pretty much the whole town's full of wackadoodles. They worship this groundhog.
Oh my God.
Because she's like, oh yeah, you go through there, it's like a national day, like everything's groundhog themed, like they go all out, and I'm like,
that's kind of awesome though. Like
it kind of is.
I like it.
But to our Finnish friends, they were like, what? And of course, it's their first time tuning in, so they just see this girl like ranting about Punxsutawney Phil, and they're like, I thought we were here for a movie.
Yeah, like what's happening?
And it's like she is the prologue to the movie.
That's awesome. Yeah, I hope you come back, Lex. Come on.
Yes, I hope you do because everybody adores you and they miss your humor. And of course, Gilboy needs to meet your badass because...
Yeah, I thought you said you wanted to meet me. What's up? You know?
Yes. And yes, Lex is the artist. Yes,
yeah.
She did
you got phenomenal paintings. I've kind of lurked on her Insta and she's got amazing paintings.
She did do book covers as well for some small horror writers. It was great.
Y'all definitely need to check out her work.
Finnish friend. I don't know. Are you from Finland, Roger?
Yeah. Speaking of which, Nolan, what Iron Maiden song did you listen to? Or are you a fake fan and can't name one Iron Maiden song?
Yeah. How dare you?
Yeah. No, I know he's not an Iron Maiden fan. I almost cast him out of my life because he doesn't like Iron Maiden.
He did say he listened to it earlier and he did like it.
He's like, Gojira. That's a band, Nolan. That's not an Iron Maiden song.
Oh my goodness. Roger, you're just my twin. I'm sorry to break it to you.
Yeah, that's true.
No
more secret chats, or
I'm refreshing it right now so that way because things are just like being weird and laggy tonight. So sorry if everything's weird tonight, guys. It's just I don't know what's going on.
Run to the Hills. That's a good song.
Power
Slave. Yeah, I was gonna say Power Slave is my favorite album. That's actually the shirt. And a cool little thing on the back is it's like a retro tour shirt of it that I snagged. I don't know if you can see it.
Nice.
But yeah, you should check out Rime of the Ancient Mariner, Nolan. That's from the Power Slave album, which is my favorite Maiden album, although I do like Somewhere in Time as well.
There's the 2 minutes to midnight.
Yeah, 2 minutes to midnight. Yeah, that's great.
I love the bass in Iron Maiden. Honestly,
dude,
it's perfect.
I think their first 6 albums are just nothing but they're just awesome.
I will be introducing Mage to Iron Maiden, so in one of our collaboration reacts, I don't think he's actually listened to him much, but I'm gonna be using one of their live versions. Mm-hmm. And yes, Roger, my reaction to that live Testament is coming soon. That one's actually up for editing this week, so
Yeah. Oh, and Nolan, since you're getting into Ghost or whatever,
You
Ghost
don't
on
like
their
secret
new
chat? We tried it and it didn't work, so let's move on.
but they just on their new EP covered an Iron Maiden song, Phantom of the Opera. But it's from the Phantom's perspective rather than the original song, which is from the victim's perspective. So I would
Yeah.
encourage you to listen to both of those. And if you have listened to their first album, you've probably heard Phantom of the Opera because that's on there.
You told me to be honest. I was
I know,
honest.
I know. I'm just messing with you, man. You don't have to like everything I like,
No, that's just
you or
weird.
your band. No, I'm just kidding.
That's just weird.
But yeah, you should give them a chance, man. They're a great band.
Okay, so it seems like a lot of the secret message chat tonight is just talking about how they preferred the
This
Gorgon
one,
over the Reptile.
I figured they would. Yeah, it's
They
a better film
do
for sure.
prefer the writing style, the film style of this one.
I mean, it's Terrence Fisher. I
Yeah.
mean, like anytime you're going to get a Terrence Fisher, even if he's not with Jack Asher, it's still going to be a great film. Like,
Right.
But
And
Jack Asher and Terrence Fisher, they're a power combo. Like, they really are. But
two people said that they believe the Reptile should be remade to give it more of a chance.
That's fair.
Ghost is okay. I like Patrick Swayze.
Oh my god! Thank you, Roger.
Gosh, Roger.
I was waiting for somebody to talk smack about Ghost in the chat. You never disappoint, Roger. I love you.
No, you can't spell. But remember, you said you couldn't read too, so. Yeah, a lot of us big metal heads are dorks, so.
Yeah.
This another person said Reptiles could totally be remade, but they wouldn't touch the Gorgon at all.
Yeah, see, that's fair. That's why I said, like, the only reason why I would want to choose to remake the Gorgon over the Reptile is that not too many people know what the Gorgon is. And it would just, I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't change too much. I would try to keep as much as the dialogue, the shots, just the acting and graphics would probably be slightly better. Of course, if I had the budget to make it slightly better. I would definitely do that. But yeah, the Reptile definitely, I agree with you. It would definitely serve as a remake, especially with the more photorealistic kind of practical effects we have now and stuff like that. It could definitely be disturbing.
Yeah, and they said like the Reptile just needs tweaking with the story too. Like just make it more of a story.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was slapped together last night, so
yeah, it was, but it's still charming. Like I still adore it. So
yes, Roger, there's only 2 people tonight. We understand. There's been like a lot of, like I said, weird stuff happening. We were actually surprised the stream went through, to be honest.
Yes.
I'm surprised Gilboy hasn't.
What? Yeah. Whatever, Roger. I love you, Roger.
Oh my god.
You ought to be happy, Roger. I'm putting the mask back on in most of my videos that are going to be uploaded.
Yeah. So. You should do like Gilboy reacts to Bandmate, and Roger will just like promote you everywhere.
Yeah, I will. I actually I thought about that today actually because you'll see when Elvis reviews Longlegs, I kind of flirt with doing a semi-record review, and so I do plan to review albums, and I would actually review Bandmate because I actually like their music. Y'all turn me on to them, so.
Absolutely. Roger wants me and Mage to do a Bandmate stream, but honestly, if we could just do it with one of the panel nights instead of a movie, we'll just do a Bandmate stream that night on a Friday. I think we should do that.
I would definitely probably review like an entire album of Bandmate. I mean, I could do individual songs, but my idea is I would do like a full album.
Yeah, it's to me sometimes it's easier, but to do the Don't Say Longlegs. Nolan's gonna end up fighting with Roger now. They're gonna duke it out. They're gonna duel.
Yeah, Nolan's like it should be called Band Mid instead of Bandmate. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
No, Bandmate's great, man. That's awesome. I liked how they had the really awesome metal song about that movie we watched.
Yeah, I like that. That's actually Roger's least favorite song. Actually,
really, I thought that was awesome. Okay.
Yes, I've never listened to.
Never listened to Bandmate.
You're just trying to fight with Roger.
Yeah, just trying to fight with Roger. That's great. I love you, Nolan.
Roger's over there being scared of puppets, and you're just over here bashing his band, his favorite band, one of his favorite bands. But yeah.
Hey, if Bandmate ever came to Texas, I'd go for sure.
When
I will.
we get back to doing after shows, we can also like start putting in more like
Music
music at the
videos.
end and
That'd be
stuff like
cool.
that and go back and forth. It's just
I
really difficult to do after shows right now. So
I definitely, when we do Die Die My Darling, I know we'll probably get copyright strike because it's dancing, but I would love to show Die Die My
oh,
Darling, the
he
Misfit.
doesn't own those words, so he could shut up. I'll
I
punch him
know.
across the room. He's like
I like
4
how he was like, I'm gonna sue everyone. It's like, okay, bro.
Yeah, like calm down. He
Like,
must have
I
learned from
love you
Gene
to death,
Simmons.
dancing, but come on, bro.
He learned from Gene Simmons. That's all.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
song?
I
You said you
guess.
didn't like Rin very much, Roger. I remember that you said that was like your least favorite song when I did the reaction to that one. However, guys, we've reached the 2 hour mark, and because
Yes.
everything's being too glitchy tonight, I think we might end it a little early tonight simply for that. So thank you everybody that could tune in and
Yes.
could
Thank you
write in
all.
tonight. I'm not sure
Yes.
what happened. If you do watch the replay, please let me know. If you want to email suggestions or whatever, you know where to find everything. It's on the channel. Also, be sure to subscribe to Gilboy. His channel is linked on my channel under the recommended channels. You heard him. There's a lot of cool shit going on over there. And a
Yes.
lot of his personality showing. So
Yes. Come hang out at the lagoon with me. You'll have a good time.
yes,
You
and
can argue with me about movies if you don't agree with me. That's fine.
I have
Let me
not
know.
seen The Monkey yet. No,
I
but
haven't either, but I will.
I was told by my uncle and his wife, who are big Stephen King fans, that it's a really cheesy slasher film. So
Oh yeah.
don't go in thinking that it's serious.
Oh no, it's totally stupid comedy. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and because again, people are probably going to take it too serious because the trailers look serious. You know, they kind of have a goofy to me. Slackers, sorry, Roger.
Oh my gosh, Roger.
Tisk tisk. Tisk tisk. I'll
Yeah,
remember that when I mass upload this month.
yeah, the footage I saw when I went to go see Longlegs again or whatever, because they had like some special feature. It was hilarious. Like me and the wife, we were cracking up watching it. Like, so it's definitely over the top violence and gore. It's like, the scene I saw, like this woman gets horribly mutilated and wait, like, you'd already be like, it's kind of like Terrifier level, but not that extreme. Like
Yeah.
you'd already be dead, but it's just so over the top. It's I was cracking up. So, but I'm kind of a sick bastard in some way. So,
Well, you got to be able to
take that
write
as
horror in
well.
a little ways. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
know.
Like,
Like I laugh at all the Terrifier films, so that says a lot about me, probably. So.
well, it's also because it's fake.
Yeah,
And so like when something's fake, it's not cheese. I don't remember typing that. What the hell are you talking?
now you're making me want to go make that cheese pizza I have in the
Yeah.
freezer. So
Yeah, I from what I've seen so far, Nolan, it's a lot of goofy and silly.
it's like a black comedy horror.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So if you have like dark humor, then you'll be fine.
it's over the top gore, and it's like, oh, it's possessed by Satan, so it's gonna be stupid.
Roger's trying to summon Dave, but Dave's just like, I'm not answering.
I know, I miss 80. Dave, I'm sure if you watch the rerun, we love you, bro.
I hope you're doing good, bro.
Good, man.
I heard from him yesterday. He said he was going to be here, but I know sometimes his internet clonks out or whatever.
That's probably what happened.
I hope everything's cool. Anyway, guys, we're going to wind this down tonight.
Yes.
Don't forget, 9 p.m. Eastern Saturday with The Mummy. I look forward to that one. And I know a lot of people, when you talk to me outside of the chat here, a lot of the film students over on X, in my messages, they have been looking forward to The Mummy.
Oh yeah, it's a masterpiece. I'll be really shocked if Secret Chat doesn't like that. I really will.
I know it's because like they're used to the more modern ones, so they're kind of curious to see these older ones, and a lot of them haven't even seen the Boris Karloff version.
Really?
Oh, we're gonna have to do that at some point.
Oh yeah, too. Absolutely. Even the sequel, The Mummy's Hand or whatever.
Yes, that's fantastic.
That one's good on its own too.
See, just to me, Boris just had the perfect face for that mummy makeup.
He did.
And
it's so creepy too when he's like slowly like coming down and his hand just like slowly kind of comes into the frame and stuff.
Yes, his body language is perfect and everything. So it's a chef's kiss masterpiece. So it's really cool to get this younger audience involved.
I'm happy for it because like these movies are important and it's just cool to see the history of the evolution of horror as well. Like what, and it's hard, modern day, you're like, well, that's not scary. But, back then, like people were fainting in the theater, so it's like,
especially when we get to do all the Psycho movies.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like we discussed yesterday, Psycho was made in 1960, and then the sequel wasn't made until 1983. Yes. But at the same time, it kept the same creep level and factors. Like the whole series of Psycho is great because of that fact.
Perkins directed the second one, right? Or was that the third one?
I think so. I don't.
I know he directed one of them, but yeah, like both of the. I like two. I think all the Psycho films are amazing.
Yes, but like I said, without spoilers, 2 is like one of the best sequels that I have ever seen in my life.
That's actually in my top 5 slashers, I think.
And when we get into that one, there's just so much. But of course, we have to show the first one because Mage has never seen the original Psycho.
What? Really? Oh my god.
Never.
Okay,
so
yeah, we definitely gotta show him.
Let me look real quick before we get off of here. I don't remember. It's hard for me to keep up with the.
I got to get the original Psycho on VHS too, because I got to do an in-depth retro movie review on that.
Okay, so I have all the Psychos back to back.
Oh, that's good. Perfect. Yeah.
After the Rob Zombie, The Munsters, because
that's fair. Oh, perfect transition. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Slashers. Yeah.
And then, like in between, we have The Strain, and we'll do 2 episodes at a time with The Strain, so we can get a full night out of it.
That way, people who are still craving the vampire stuff can get that as well as Norman. Norman.
Oh my gosh, that scared me! I forgot on my YouTube tab. I still have your Elvis video up because I was going to comment on it, and like your face like got really big on the screen for a minute and then went back down. You're interested in the movie? Yeah. I'm glad. Are you going to watch The Strain with us too, Nolan? I think
you should.
You were going to, because
you should also watch the first Psycho with us if you haven't seen it, Nolan.
Yeah, because that one's not too bad at all.
Yeah, I mean it's more psychologically disturbing rather than like, oh, I'm scared. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and I'm gonna totally nerd out when we do Psycho too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna just be like, no, because like I love how you empathize with the Psycho in that one. You know what I mean? It's fantastic. It's like so amazingly done.
And cool fun fact, the novel was written by Robert Bloch, who was the apprentice of Lovecraft. So cool little fun fact there. Lovecraft got his tendrils into a lot of horror that most people don't realize.
Another fun fact is I'm the one that introduced my dude to Lovecraft.
Really? Awesome.
Yes, and proud so like now he's like really into it because he prefers creature features and all that kind of
oh well then stuff. Definitely.
And so like I told him about it and he was like, oh wow, because like we were watching one of the movies. I forgot which one it was. We watched so many movies. I'm not a TV show person. I'm a movie person. We watched so many of them and I could tell like it was kind of loosely based off of Lovecraft lore, and I'm like, where they got that from, and I like made him like watch YouTube videos about Lovecraft, and he like totally got into it. So I'm hoping we do some Lovecraft movies in the future too.
Oh yeah, we got to do Reanimator and Dagon.
Oh yes, we do. And
I would definitely like to remake Dagon, but I would call it Shadow over Innsmouth. So
yes, but all right, guys, we will see you next week. You have a good one. Uploads for me resume this week because I have so much to upload. So I look forward to that and just being able to talk to you guys in the comments again. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe to everybody on the panel, man.
Next Friday, I'll have my Wolfman 2025 review. So
what show is that, Nolan?
I mean, watch my review, but don't watch the movie.
Yes. Yeah, like honestly, you're better off watching reviews of that movie than the actual movie.
Yeah, it's a cursed film. It cursed my my wife because it gave her sleep paralysis as I was watching it. So
yes,
I talk about that in my review. So y'all stay tuned. It should drop 10 a.m. on Friday. So
all right.
Hope to see you at the lagoon and hang out with me.
And make sure that when you do subscribe that you hit all notifications and not personalized, or else you'll miss out on things.
And like the videos and comment.
Yes.
And share.
Yes, share it up. And thank you all for supporting our show. Yes. We will see you guys in the next one. I'm all out of here because I need to go eat something.
Same. I got the cheese pizza waiting for me.
And this kid is kicking me really hard, so that means I got to walk for a minute.